Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Not a Trekkie, an all Star Wars Everything podcast brought to you by Red Cyclone Inc. Now, I cannot stress this anymore. There is no hate, but this ain't Stargate, this ain't Star Trek, this is Star Wars. I am your host, Tenacious T, aka Tatsuku Wap. My co-host for the Not a Trekkie podcast, The Merc with the Mic.
What is going on? What is going on, world? We are back with this cast. It's a long-awaited class, and
What was our last cast that we did of Star Wars?
we did what we did last. We did Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yes.
That was our last cast that we did.
Now, we did that after Ahsoka already aired because we were diving into all of the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars, and we
which
finished.
I'm happy that we decided to go into the tales because what happened in Clone Wars and Ahsoka all pertain to everything that is happening in Tales.
Yes. So yeah, and I thought it was an interesting concept. We had to get our foot back into casting on a regular monthly basis. So I thought this will be easy because they're all 6 episodes. They're very small.
They're like 13 minutes apiece.
Yeah, 13 to 20 minutes depending on the episode. So kind of like the main shows that they show, they will go be 30 minutes, sometimes it'll be a whole hour.
Yeah.
And it goes. So I thought this would be an easy way to just catch up and get back into the
quick little talk about it. There's not really much that goes down into these episodes because they're kind of like two-part episodes and then it goes to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's quick, easy, to the point. You get a little insight of old characters that we found out about through The Mandalorian, through the Clone Wars, through Ahsoka, and it just boils over into one thing.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that? Well, yeah. What are the three tales that are out right now that we've seen?
We have seen Tales of the Jedi, Tales of
The
the Empire, and then Tales of the Underground.
Now, do we know if there's going to be any more of these tales?
They heard they're coming out with one more, which is probably go more into the dark side of things.
Okay. I mean, for the most part, with all three of these episodes, we haven't really even dove down into the dark side.
Yes, I think they all are different.
Yeah.
Traits of each
Which I
faction.
thought Tales of the Underworld would have been kind of, but it ended up not being.
Yeah, it was more the bounty hunters.
Yeah, which honestly, oh, you stop. We have guest appearances from Bella and Jake today, ladies and gentlemen.
It happens. It happens. It happens.
I thought they were gonna be good
because I used the slipper
it's
and
okay.
then
Bella.
But yeah.
It's Charlie upstairs.
But yeah. Oh.
We work around the obstacles.
Yeah, it happened. It's like the alarm, the fire alarm. the what is
Scott
it?
Steiner.
Scott Steiner. These are puppies.
And also Loki. Loki always made appearances as well. So.
And Loki likes to sing.
Yes. But that's the atmosphere that we live in, and we can't discredit the pups in the background. Yes, they're part of the cast. They're sitting in.
You got Corazon de Leon.
Corazon de Leon, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, man.
He's gonna be a Jedi character. What's actually funny is shouts out to my girlfriend Christina. Unfortunately, the day that Jake's old. Jake's 11 years old. So in reality, there's only so many years dogs live, and it's a sad thing. But when the day comes, we are going to get another dog, and we are actually going to name the dog Kenobi.
Kenobi.
We've decided it, and I think that's the best name possible. To be honest with you.
On the sad note, we could catch up with some of the Star Wars things that are coming out. We do have to get into Andor season 2.
Yes, I haven't even seen anything. I haven't heard anything about it.
I heard it was amazing.
We got Skeleton Crew that we have to do.
Skeleton Crew.
We got Rebel Ones, which is something that is really long.
Yeah.
That we can dive in like a season here and there and try to keep up with everything that's going on.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we gotta get back on track with and try to just be more consistent. We keep these casts a month apart just because again we do 3 and they could be time consuming at things and life happens. So
yeah, it's summertime, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But not a Trekkie, we will try to get back into a monthly basis. The Morphin Cast and the Shell Shock. We try to keep it as a multicast. The Gamer Rage is coming back. We will have like probably that will be specials. That will be probably like our review of WWE 2K25,
which I have been playing a lot.
Or and then Mass Effect. We still have to.
One thing I can say about recently being domesticated is that I have a lot more time to play video games than I did before.
Yeah.
I realized when I was a single man that I wanted to do other things besides play video games. Hence the reason why, if you guys listen to the Gamer Rage podcast, I basically failed every single task. But now I have a good woman in my life who actually promotes me playing video games, will sit on the papasan and take a nap while I play 4 hours of video games.
There you go.
So I genuinely enjoy that and love that. Yeah. I was up late last night playing 2K25.
Nice.
I've been trying to play Mass Effect 2, but I am so engulfed in 2K25. Yeah. Like, I really am. It's just like, I'm enjoying it. It's the best wrestling game since Here Comes the Pain.
Yes,
that's a bold statement right there.
It's a bold statement. It's a really good game, though. I haven't got it in deep dive into it like you have. Like, I've done things here and there, but I haven't done deep dive. I do a lot of the ultimate team, the ultimate thing, the card game. Yeah. I do a lot of that.
The factions. Yeah.
I'll do a lot of that, and then I just started the My Rise. Like, just started. Like, I'm in the first month or so. So, again, we'll bring in... So, what we'll do with Gamer Rage, it'll probably be a game review cast that we also...
Shouts out to Christina. She's listening now.
Yeah. So, we'll try to get the Gamer Rage cast as a review. Like, a game review. And it doesn't have to be current games. It'll be old games and stuff like that. And I think that will be where we'll go with the Gamer Rage cast. It's just... That could be randomly any month. And we just talk about the games that we've been playing.
Speaking of games and Star Wars, I see at Target right now a Falling Order is on sale for like $20. Is it something that I should dive into?
Fallen Order, you'll love. You played it.
Well, I played the first one.
Oh, you talking about Jedi Survivor?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor is like $20 right now.
You
played it, right?
Yeah, you played the first one.
I played the first one. I never finished the first one.
You may have to get both then.
I have that for PlayStation 4. So
it's dirt cheap. The Fallen Order is dirt cheap, so you could definitely probably get that under $20.
That's something that I need to dive into because I never finished it.
I think they have both in one pack on the digital store, so I think you could buy both.
You know me, I'm a purist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Christina yells at me all the time, "Why are you buying more games? You're not even fucking playing them." I'm like, you got to understand the collector's mind state. Like I have an impressive collection going on. You know what I mean? Like, I really do. My stepfather, shouts out to my stepfather. He just came up from Arizona. Came in and saw, he's like, "You still have all those damn things?" I'm like, I'm never getting rid of that. You know, that's a part of me.
I might have to move to my phone because my tablet about to die.
Do it up.
Anyway. But Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are both really good games, and I think you should definitely... I know for a fact you'll love the games because I know you like the first one a lot.
First one is awesome.
Yeah.
You go. But, you got yourself a charger.
Yeah, that my pad.
It's real life, real action, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, because I didn't even check if it was fucking full. That's my fault. I didn't check if it was full. I'm just looking at the store to see if they actually have a 2-pack of the two games. Yeah, because the Target is $20, and then they have one of it Battlefront.
Yeah, but the Battlefronts... I played the first Battlefront, and it was okay.
It's not good.
It's not good at all. I never played the second one because the first one was bad.
So you can definitely find it pretty cheap. Check Tristan. He probably have it.
Tristan? Yeah, shouts out to him.
Yeah, he probably definitely have it.
Well, I need it for the Xbox One, so I can put it on the Series X.
They do have a Series X version.
Okay. Well, it's always on those, like, the WWE 2K25. It says Xbox One Series X on it, so it plays for both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you want to play the Series X version, just because it looks a lot prettier.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I've been playing Xbox One games on this thing, and they look just fine.
No, the system advances the screen. But Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, I think, is two games that you'll love. They're very story based, a lot of collectibles, but beyond that, they're very good games and very well done.
I played about half of the first one, and it was time consuming and it was fun. Yeah. And I played it on Master Jedi mode. I just wanted to know if the second one was worth it to go to.
It's worth it. It is worth it. I played it. I platinumed it on
So
PlayStation.
they're making another one, right?
There's a third one coming.
Okay.
They haven't showed anything of it yet.
I just know that Cameron is signed up to play another one. I'm pretty sure.
I was hoping they'd bring his character eventually to the world.
I mean, they should. They've brought everything so far, especially with the Disney Plus generation right now with Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Like, this has been a template to bring all these characters in. I was introduced to Cad Bane through Mandalorian. Actually, no, through Boba Fett. And he was a character in Clone Wars that I've never seen, which we now have seen.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it is a nice template, and what Disney Plus is doing with Star Wars, I think, is phenomenal. They're bringing it to other generations while satisfying the love that the older generations had for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Disney Plus is like, if nobody has it and you're a Star Wars fan, get Disney Plus. You get everything you can ever. You can watch that stupid Christmas special and go and check that cast out, because that's the most hated Star Wars thing in the history of Star Wars.
I'll never watch that again.
My friend Mike, shouts out to Mike Wazowski, who I always give a shouts out to. I now bust his chops all the time, because he's the one that put me on to Star Wars when I was 21. Because don't get me wrong, I watched it as a kid.
But it's not.
I grew up and then became a humongous fan. Where now I have, you know what I mean? I have 18 years of Star Wars underneath my belt. I think I'm well versed and, respect my authority when it comes to it. But I joke around with him because he's never seen this Christmas special, and he never will. So I was like, that's one thing I got on you, buddy. And I also put him on the Clone Wars, and he also highly recommends Rebel Ones. He thinks Rebel Ones is phenomenal.
Freddie Prinze Jr., I think, is a voice actor on it, and he really recommends that show.
He was very hands-on with that, too. He was like an executive producer for later seasons.
Yeah, he loves the Star Wars lore and stuff like that, so... we'll get to everything eventually, and things will go. But again, we'll try to keep this every month. But if we don't get every month, it happens.
Yeah, it's life.
But we do plan another Trekkie. Andor season 2, I think should be our next one.
I agree with that one. Because Andor season 1 was phenomenal.
Yes, so I'm actually looking forward to that. We could probably start Rebel Ones afterwards.
Okay.
And because Skeleton Crew, I heard mixed reviews of, and I'm not too hyped to see it. And I feel like, honestly, we don't have to go like the order of things. We could go.
But there's also another show that came out, Acolytes.
Acolytes. Yeah. I heard that one wasn't that great, but
Slew. Shouts out to Slew for that one. He had a mixed review for that one.
Yeah, he's a He-Man woman hater. That's why.
Well, that's neither here or there. And the fact that I even uttered that man's name on this cast is funny.
He don't like women controller, like women stars and shit. Like he'll hate on that.
Well,
if you're listening, you're
Ventress would whoop his ass. Okay, yeah, Ventress would whip a lot of people's ass. But
anyway, but yeah, we'll start like getting back into running things, and so like this month we'll definitely have a Shell Shock and a Trekkie for you guys, and then we'll try our best to get a Morphin Cast out. Morphin Cast usually takes a little longer just because the amount of episodes for Sentai. If Sentai was slightly smaller, I think we could do it.
Well, luckily we're doing Super Mega Force this time around.
Yeah, so the next one's Super Mega Force. But I think the next Sentai, I think we'll go through it fast because it's a really good Sentai. So I'm excited to go into that one. It gets weird after that. The reason why is because there's a lot of seasons that never made it to America. So we had to kind of organize
it. It's unorthodox.
So we had to kind of organize it in a way that how we've been doing it is American Sentai. So we might keep that pattern for that for now. So we're only going to do the American that was into Sentai. And then after that, it's free game.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the ones that haven't made it and we could find that. I joined the Patreon of that site that I use just because it's cheaper and it keeps me up with it. But I actually love that site because I'm actually excited for the new Kamen Rider that's coming out. So they have that on. I've been watching Spider-Man on there. That's my drunk. When I'm bored and drunk, I watch Spider-Man.
Well, that's something that I want to dive into. You know what I mean?
Well, you have access to the site. So.
And I also, I want to get into Masked Rider from the 90s. Yeah. I want to get into I know Beetleborgs is not like on the top of the list, but I would like to revisit that. That's all Saban. That's all Sentai.
So this is a concept, and again, this is not a Trekkie. This is not more. This is more.
But all our casts bleed together. So
what I'm gonna do this, and this is something that we can do with the Sentai, with the Saban stuff and things like that, is what I'm doing with the current cast with Mike. We were doing, and guess what? I swear, we made a wheel of all old school cartoons.
Okay.
So our rule is we watch 5 episodes, and beyond after the 5 episodes, we go on to the next and we review it. We have the likes of Cops. We have the likes of Mask. We have the likes of Max, Mighty Max.
Okay.
To kind of like some dinosaurs. That's on there.
I believe it. It better be on there.
So what happened was we both picked 5. And then I just started finding other ones and just kept adding on and adding on. So right now we had like 45 cartoons.
Okay.
We
did. You guys are having fun doing it. That's the point.
We did 6. We bring it up just to bring conversation.
Okay.
So it's something that we easy talk about and stuff like that. Right now we're on Cops, which is a decent cartoon. It's not bad. But we did Sailor Moon. We did so the ones we so far we did Street Sharks, which that started it all. We did Sailor Moon. We did Ultra Force. If you ever heard of that.
I do.
You ever heard Malibu Comics?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's from that. It's terrible.
It's terrible. But you have like Freakazoid. You got like you could do a million.
Freakazoid's on there.
It'd be a million shows.
Or from Germs on there. So
I highly suggest putting the Beetlejuice animated series.
It's on there too
because that's phenomenal.
So, what I will do is put the Saban shows like that on our cast. So every time we do a Morphin cast, we could say, do we want to continue this or go forward?
You know us. We're just gonna end up watching it anyway.
So we'll do 5 episodes.
Okay. I'm with it.
The beginning 5, and then we could review those in between the Morphin cast. Just the fact that, again, Sentai's usually take longer, but we can actually have those, even if they're half-hour cast. We could go into those, and if we want to continue and fully finish the season, then we make an agreement to fully finish the season, and we go from there.
Sounds good to me. I'm with it. Unfortunately, we can't do that with Star Wars because Star Wars is a limited universe.
But for Morphicast, I think that's the idea we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put VR Troopers. I'm gonna put Beetleborgs. Yes. I'm gonna put Knights.
I'm trying to get him to watch VR Troopers.
Knights
forever.
of the. Fuck! It's a night show that Saban did. We did Ninja Turtles already, so we're not doing that again. So that stays on.
I'm alright.
The tattoo shit, the tattoo Saban show. I think it has like only 10 episodes.
It probably stayed that way for a reason.
Superhuman Samurai. And then we actually started watching that, so that's something there. But
and it's all on YouTube.
Anything in that the Kamen Rider American version, Mask Rider. So probably be like 7 or 8 the shows that we're gonna probably do, and we'll do it in the wheel, and then we'll randomly pick. So starting at the next Morphicast, we'll randomly pick one, and that'll be like a sub thing we do for the Morphicast.
I'm with it.
All right,
I'm down.
So we're gonna torture ourselves even more.
It's not torture, man. It's fun.
So what we could do is that we'll find the Japanese counterpart. So Beetleborgs does have a Japanese counterpart. I'll try to find a season for that. Mask Rider has a Japanese counterpart. That we'll find a season for that, which is already I know for a fact it's better because I did watch the Japanese counterpart of Mask Rider.
That's a Kamen Rider. So.
Yeah. But Kamen Rider is dope, and I'm actually looking forward to the new season.
And it's still going, so.
Yes. There's a lot of Hasbro stuff that were announced with the action figures, so definitely check those out with Star Wars. Hasbro has just been releasing a lot of tons of shit. So if you're a fan of Andor, Acolytes, of any of the Black Series, they have a shit ton of figures that came out. I think they're about to do a new Hasbro Labs one, so they stay tuned for those. I think it's going to be a different version of the Cantina thing, so stay tuned for that.
Well, that'd be fun. I would buy the Cantina Performers.
Not for $400 though.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Got bills and shit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the HasLabs is those limited edition shit. Like remember the big Galactus?
Yeah.
That was a HasLab.
Yeah, this thing's like 3 feet tall.
Yeah. It's a baby. So yeah, so let's get into what we came here to review, which is
we ramble a lot. So
the tales of Star Wars.
well, as normally we read through each description of the episodes. It's only 6 episodes. We're just gonna read it through and then give a quick thought of what we felt of it while we watched it. We don't need to go in depth. We don't got to go crazy. They're really short episodes. You only get so much.
Yeah.
So there's only so much to say.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? So, but Tales of the Jedi was the first one, 2022. It came out, and the first episode was called Life and Death. It's like a year after the birth, an infant Ahsoka Tano is taken on her first hunting trip by her mother, Pav T. As is customary for their people while hunting, they are stalked by a large predatory animal, which kidnaps Ahsoka. Pav T returns to the village to help, but is surprised to see Ahsoka arrive at the village soon after riding the animal. Having subdued it in the forest, Gantika, a village elder, realizes Ahsoka has a strong connection to the Force.
She farted and moved things.
Well, at first I didn't even know it was Ahsoka while watching the episode, but they're from a tribe that, one, necessarily doesn't even believe in the Force, and two, wasn't really friends with the Jedi like that.
Yeah, they had issues with the Jedi in the beginning.
So it was a big deal that Ahsoka was Force wielding. That's the best way to describe what she's dealing with right now. Because if for those of you who've seen The Mandalorian, Grogu, when he lifted up the animal, when he did this, you know what I mean? Like, it's very primitive in them. It's basic. She basically Jedi mind tricked the animal. You know what I mean? That was the first episode, and that was like one of the only, that was a one and done episode. Shouts out to Garage Beer.
Yes.
For making a low calorie, low sugar beer for my man Merc with the mic.
Yes, I need to watch my carbs, so
do it up.
It's actually pretty good. It tastes better than that Bud Light lime.
We should start a beer podcast.
We should.
Because we could go for days on beers.
We should. You know what? That might be something we check off.
On the list.
Episode 2. You want me to read this one?
Yes, sir, boss.
Second episode is Justice. Jedi Master Dooku and his Padawan learner Quan Gon Jinn find the kidnapped son of Senator Draggett in dilapidated village.
Dilapidated.
where locals are struggling due to the senator's corruption. Dagnit arrives with the troops and attacks the villagers. Dooku, angered by the corrupt senator, threatens to kill him with the Force. Quan Jon and the senator's son convince Dooku to spare Daggins, and the son promises to help the villagers.
Well, these are a series of a couple of episodes. We're going to go right into the third one. Choices. Dooku and Jedi Master Mace Windu recover the body of Jedi Council member Katari from Rexus Secundus. Dooku insists on investigating Katari's death, against orders, and they discover that Katari was killed by the guards who wanted to stop corrupt Senator Larrick from draining Rexus resources. At Katari's funeral, Windu reveals that he has been given the vacant Jedi Council spot instead of Dooku, and it attributes this to Dooku's rule breaking.
So, Wikipedia. Can you do me a favor? When you have these names, can you put the pronunciation?
Enunciate it for us. But then again, it's people like us that because you can edit this.
Yeah.
You can edit Wikipedia.
So let's get the pronunciations correct. Because they Star Wars always had weird names.
Especially the name of the planets.
The fourth episode's all connected too, right?
Yes.
So from what I remember, the Sith Lord. That will be the fourth episode, following the secret plans of the Sith Lord Darth Sidious. Dooku poses as Jedi Master Sifil Dyas and deletes all records of the planet Kamino from the Jedi archives. When Quan Jinn is killed by Darth Maul, Dooku confronts Sidious and Qui-Gon's death. he is followed by Jedi Master
Yaddle.
Who tries to reason with Dooku, but Dooku kills Yadi on this
Solidifies his fall in the dark side of the Force.
Sidious. I got caught with the Sidious name.
Sidious
orders this solidifies his fall to the dark side of the Force.
Right. These 3 episodes to me were extremely important, and the reason why I say this is because all we ever had of Dooku was the prequels.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He was already on the dark side. I didn't know before watching this that Dooku, that Quan Jinn, I just call him Quan Jinn.
Yes.
Hush, no barking, please. He was the apprentice of Dooku.
Yes.
I did not know that. Like, it was crazy to see the side of Dooku as he's starting to turn to the dark side, as Bella is doing right now.
Yes. She is one with the dark side.
Well, she's coming with me, and she's now going to be sitting at the table, ladies and gentlemen. But I thought that these series of episodes is because, honestly, like, I feel what Dooku was feeling.
Yeah.
He's like, the Council's not doing anything. The Jedi don't stand up for anything that's right. They try to like push it under the rug and try to not make it a thing for them.
Yeah.
And Dooku's like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Every single one episode led obviously time has passed.
Yeah.
He had Mace Windu take the council spot that Dooku wanted. So, obviously he was salty about that. That whole scene with the female Yoda girl.
Yeah.
Yo, that was some real crazy, crazy storyline building for Dooku that we never had. Dooku deserves his own show or deserves his own movie. Unfortunately, he passed away recently.
Yeah.
But like, with
stuff
why
like
didn't
this,
why didn't we get that?
I think this is why this is a blessing also, because now you see kind of his side of why he went to the dark side and what caused going him to the dark side, which I liked a lot, and I think they did a great job in describing it, like showing that. And also, like, you got to realize what Jedis are. The Jedis are very Buddhist. Like, they're very nonchalant. They don't want to get involved in things like that. And
unfortunately, the world doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, Hammurabi Code overranks everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For him to sit there and, like, he kind of, like, pushed along, but while you could see him ticking in his head, you could see the anger coming out of him, which ultimately, like, Dooku's one of the best Sith Lords to date. You know what I mean? With the 4th episode of the Sith Lord, of him officially going to the dark side and being with the Emperor, which and then he has to make the choice to killing. Like, oh my god, like, that was a very suspenseful episode that I genuinely liked. And I was very happy that the Tales gave me that. For a 16-minute episode, for 3 16-minute episodes, literally said a whole movie's worth of shit.
Yeah. I think sometimes, like, this is where Star Wars could lead on with the shows.
I like the color.
It could lead on with the shows. Is the fact that you get more depth with the story. As in the movie, you only can explain so much. As in the shows, you have time to explain things, and which I think makes it more watchable too, because you're seeing the inner sides of the things that you never even knew about. Most of the time, you only got it from the books. So
in the comics too. Which a lot of the lore comes from comics too. A lot of people don't even know that. Episode 5. Practice makes perfect. Disappointed with the simple battles simulations that has Padawan Ahsoka has to train with Anakin Skywalker instead of her face-to-face large group of clone troopers. Armed with stun guns, he repeats the training with her over the course of the Clone Wars. At the end of the war, the clones turn on the Jedi with the enactment of Order 66. Ahsoka uses the skills she gained during these drills to survive the attacking clones. And then the next episode is that another
Resolve.
Ahsoka episode?
Yes. During the funeral of Padme, Senator Bao Organa tells Ahsoka to contact him if she needs help. Sometime later, while in hiding, Ahsoka is seen using the Force to help someone who is in danger. She reports to the Galactic Empire as an Inquisitor is sent to capture her. Ahsoka kills the Inquisitor and contacts Organa, who comes to collect her, and the next day. She tells him and she is ready to fight against the Empire. So this was later on.
The first episode was in the Clone Wars.
And it was in the Clone Wars. This was after the Clone Wars.
After she left.
So the episode takes place kind of in between Mandalorian.
I'm not sure of the timeline, so
because she's a lot older.
Oh yeah. So this is in between Clone Wars and Mandalorian.
Well, no, it wouldn't be Mandalorian because Mandalorian's after Jedi, right?
Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
It's
so
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
This will be.
Am I right? It's 5 years after the.
So this will be around New Hope because she hits Leia Organa.
Okay.
So Leia's alive.
Yes.
So that's who. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah. Later. Yeah.
So she's not that older.
Well, no, because Padme's at. They're talking about the funeral of Padme.
Yeah.
So the funeral of Padme was Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. So it was her like step. The person that took.
So this is after she left.
Jimmy Smith's character.
Jimmy Smith.
He's Organa. He's the one that took Leia.
Yeah. Okay.
So his last name is Organa. So that's who she hits up and things.
Okay. Well,
Goddamn
this was literally just a later tie into the Clone Wars of the same character,
yeah.
the same feel. I dug it because of that. You know what I mean? It brought us right back to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And Anakin training her, and the ways of closing your eyes, fighting, because ultimately it leads to what happened in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That was just a tie-in episode to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So like once again, these little episodes actually play a part in the bigger story. They just tie you in.
And I love it.
Yeah. I love it too. Short, sweet, and simple.
Then we go to Tales of the Empire. This is a different take of different characters. I'm actually digging these because they give you a little insight to, again, side characters that you would never get the full story for. And then I think this hit, in the way these came out, it hits with a lot of the shows that came out. Because this one is for the Ahsoka character. And then the last one is for Cat Bane, which was the last Mandalorian character.
Yeah.
So it works.
Tales of the Empire. We got to roll through these. The missus will be home in a little bit. All right, so Tales of the Empire 2024. You want?
So what we could easily do is just tell the titles and just speak about the season that we.
Well, because reading really fast helps me remember.
No problem. So start with one. Keep going.
All right, so the Path of Fear. During the Clone Wars, General Grievous, one of my favorite characters, and the Separatist droid army massacre Night Sisters Dathomir, except for her Morgan Elsbeth, who is saved by Nearmine Mountain Clan. Against the wishes of the clan leader, the Matron, Morgan, and 3 clan members attempt to recover Night Sisters' weapons. They are attacked by the droids, and the Matron's daughter is killed. This is the character that was in Ahsoka, everybody. The girl that goes to the planet that Darth Maul is from with those witchy sisters in Clone Wars and becomes one of the witches.
Yeah.
This is the background story of her.
Yeah, okay. Path of Anger. During the reign of the Empire, Morgan becomes more mastrated of the resources-rich planet of Corvus, and promises to bring jobs and prosperity to the local population. She designs a new TIE Defender fighter, but her proposal to make it for the Empire is rejected by Moff Eisben. Admiral Thrawn makes interesting in the proposal and sends his assassin, to attacking Morgan. After she holds her own, Dorn accepts her project and offers assistance.
Episode 3, The Path of Hate. After the fall of the Empire, former Corvus citizen Nadora returns as the ambassador of the New Republic. She demands that Morgan step down as magistrate due to her mistreatment of the locals and allow Corvus to join the New Republic. Morgan, who has received the vision that she believes is the key to the future, kills Nadora and begins burning down Corvus forest before she dies. Nadora sends a distress signal to Bo-Katan. Carice.
Bo-Katan.
So those episodes was just she was a kid. Her entire clan was killed, massacred. She has a grudge now. The next episode, she is a person who is formulating these machines and ships that she thought was to help better things when the government, the Republic, was going to use them for bad. So Thawne, who was the blue guy in Ahsoka, came to her, was like, "Hey, we have a better purpose for you." Made her pass a test.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, with the third episode with her, she is in charge. She is like the queen of this whole land, and that power started getting to her head.
Yes.
And she started killing people, which eventually now leads her to where she was in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Which I highly suggest everybody watch,
yes,
because that was some good storytelling.
Devoted is the next one, right?
Yes, Devoted.
Following Order 66 and the Galactic Republic reorganized into the Empire, former Jedi Barriss Offee, who is serving the life sentence after turning on the Jedi Order and attacking the Jedi Temple, is brought to under construction fortress Inquisitors to be trained by the Grand Inquisitor. After she kills and follows the recruit in a duel, Barriss is welcomed as Inquisitor and introduced to her new master, the Sith Lord Darth Vader.
So like I had a problem with all this, because like these series of episodes, I could just literally, it's this character that they made us feel like we knew who the hell she was, and like this is the first time we ever heard of her.
Yeah.
I never knew who the hell she was. We never seen her in anything else.
She was unless in the comics.
Unless she was in like Rebel Ones that I don't know of.
She's in the comics.
Because everything else, like, don't get me wrong, these are good series of episodes, but it has somebody that I have no clue about.
I think they did a bad take on explaining the character it is. She was in the comics, and she was Vader's first apprentice.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Vader's first apprentice, not Anakin.
Okay, so we basically just broke down those series of episodes, but I'll just read it real quick. Realization, Episode 5. Barriss and the fourth sister, another Inquisitor, are sent to find the Jedi who is in hiding. They question some villagers and learn that the Jedi is in a nearby mountain. Barriss becomes delusional with the Empire when fourth sisters murder the villagers and then cuts down the Jedi after Barriss, I think it's Barriss, convinces them to surrender. Barriss uses the Force to push the fourth sister off the mountain and then aids to the wounded Jedi.
And I'll just run the last one real fast and then we can explain it. The way out, years after leaving the Inquisitors, Barriss is a healer and a teacher, and she visits by a family who are trying to protect the Force-sensitive child from the fourth sisters who follow them. Barriss traps the fourth sister in the maze as a family escapes and attempts to convince her to turn to the light side of the Force. When she accidentally stabs Barriss with a lightsaber, the fourth sister feels regret and chooses to carry Barriss to safety.
It's just the battle between the dark side and the light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's being trained. Like, I remember her standing with the council, like them standing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of the dark side, and then pushing her towards doing this while still having a conscience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the light is still powerful. Look at Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's a perfect example of that, where he starts off the series of the movies as this guy who's trying to one up his grandfather. And then ultimately the light prevails at the end. You know what I mean? It's always that constant battle, the classic sense of Jedi versus the Sith.
Yeah, light and dark. Shout outs to Steve Blum. He was a voice in that. He talked he talked Wolverine and a lot of stuff. We go to the next one, which is Tales of the Underworld. Dun dun dun.
Dum dum dum. Okay. Let me get to that. Tales of the Underworld. Episode 1. As Asajj Ventress dies, her body is taken to Dothmere by Quan Vos and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mother Talzin tells Ventress that she can return to life due to her love for Quinlan. But for the price of her heart's desire, Ventress accepts this. During the Empire's reign, she reluctantly helps a young Padawan who is searching for the path and secret route to Quan Lan. Established for surviving the Jedi, they escaped her fighting and killing an Inquisitor.
Episode 2, Friends, Ventress and Padawan Loco Sartra meets with the former bounty hunter acquaintance Leda Vazi and her droid assassin C-21 High Singer. In a return to information about the path, Vazi enlists Ventress and Lyco helped steal the Imperial Shield relay until when the heist fails, Vezi and Heistlinger attempt to collect a bounty on Lyco instead. Venture stops them and forces Razzie to give them the coordinates of the path. There's a lot of backstabbing here.
Yes. Episode 3, One Warrior to Another. On the desert planet Ventress, Lyco encounters a former separatist and his granddaughter who has been fighting the tribe of raiders over water. This episode is an old school general who literally is still applying to the Empire, not even really knowing that the Empire is done and long and gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They try to steal water from this clan, when in all reality they are stealing them and they're just protecting themselves. So Ventress, who obviously has been the apprentice of Dooku for a long time, actually starts becoming like level-minded when it comes to like, hey, we have to settle this shit in order to make peace.
Episode 4, The Good Life. A pair of young orphans, Colby and Nairo, survive a crime-ridden streets of Duro by scavenging and stealing after a gangster named Laszlo gives them some money to spend on food. He offers them more to do a job for him, and Nairo is reluctant, but Colby agrees for a high price. The orphans cause a distraction outside the casino, allows Laszlo and his gang to rob the place. Clobley escapes with the gang, but Nero is caught by the police.
So this is Cad Bane's backstory.
I actually really like
which I enjoyed. I love Ventress's transition of when she died, because we didn't really dive down into it because our time is limited at the moment. But Ventress, because she died and then she went into like the Lazarus pit, and had the choice between transcending or coming back, and she came back, and then that was her story. I love Ventress. She's literally probably my favorite character in all the
Clone Wars.
All the Clone Wars, and she's my favorite female character besides Padme.
There you go.
So this is Cad Bane's story now, episode 5, A Good Turn. An adult Colby is now calling himself Cad Bane, returns to Duro with his girlfriend, Adrin, after Laszlo is killed by the marshal there. He warns Nero, who is now the deputy marshal, to stay out of the way. Bane lures out the marshal, who tells Nero to stay away. Nero goes away and accidentally distracts the marshal, allowing Bane to kill him. Aaron is injured in the crossfire, wanting to save Bane's life. Aaron disarms him, and Nero can arrest him.
The last one is The Good One Deed. Years after Bane was arrested, he is released from prison, a technicality, and returned to Darrow. In the time, Nero became the marshal, married Aaron, and had a son named Isaac. That's a really really regular ass name. Nero ignores the warning. Nero ignores their warning to leave town and insists that he can handle Bane. He confronts Bane and reveals that Aaron died years earlier. Bane kills Nero in front of Isaac, and who Bane realizes is his own biological kid, and then leaves to continue his life as a bounty hunter.
I am not going to lie, the descriptions of these episodes actually really pinpointed exactly what the episodes were. I love the fact of having a young Cad Bane. Seeing where he was just a street rat. He was like Aladdin, bro. You know what I mean? In his land, and some rebel dude comes and was like, "Hey, I'll give you money if you go and do this." And then they're like, "Oh, we'll take triple." You know what I mean? So he pays it. The the dude gets killed, right? And his boy and him get separated. One, he goes with the cowboys. The other one stays on the land, goes to jail. So now it's that classic tale of like old friends that come back together. One becomes a lawman. One is the fucking cowboy. You know what I mean? He comes back for his girl. Realizes his man was taking down his girl. It was like, hey, we're gonna have an old fashioned duel. Like, it's on.
It reminded me of so much. Like, the character is like such a fucking good, the bad, the ugly kind of character.
It was great.
It reminded me of that. I like Cat Bane a lot because of a lot of these things. And the funny thing is, when I got introduced to Cat Bane, it was Lego Star Wars.
Okay.
There was the game, and we had a storyline with him and stuff like that. And it was actually pretty cool. And it was the voice actor of the cartoon and everything like that. And then whenever he showed up in the cartoon, and when he showed up in Mandalorian, I saw now I understand the hype for him, and it makes me.
Cat Bane is a fun character.
Yeah.
I hope he's in Rebel once at some point.
I think he is.
Because all we've had is the live action version of him in Obi-Wan.
Mandalorian.
No, he wasn't in Mandalorian. It was
or was it Boba Fett?
Yes, it was in Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
He's just a badass. It was good to see him in the humble beginnings of being in the streets.
Yeah.
And then ultimately like being with this renegade group. You see where he got his hat from, his whole style.
Yeah.
It was the original guy. You know what I mean? Which I originally thought that was. I'm watching it. I was like, yo, tell me this is Cad Bane's backstory, man. And it ended up being that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's hell bent over the fact that he lost his girl. And then his man, like, your boy fucking was...
Your brother.
He was taking it down. Like, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he adopts your son.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's your son, that's not his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then doesn't even really get to hear the fact that it was.
Yeah,
he tried to tell him, but then he shot him on the steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some real Batman and Joker.
He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, shoot the mayor on the fucking steps. You know what I mean? Like that was a fun series of episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know what season of Tales is best because it's kind of all over the place.
I will say that story was one of my favorites, and I really liked the Dooku story.
I think Dooku's story was we needed that.
Yeah.
That is something that we needed. Cad Bane was like a fun extra thing. Yeah. And then it was cool for me to see Ventress continue.
Yeah, I thought Underworld was the best one overall.
Visually wise, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, and I thought it was the best one overall. I did like the Jedi just because they explained a lot of things within Ahsoka and Dooku. And Dooku, like again, we didn't have really got the backstory. But they were fun episodes. They were fun to watch, and I recommend. They're all 6 episodes each.
Very fast, easy to watch.
If you think about it, it's about a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, basically. If you throw it all together.
Yeah, and they're great. They're great. They're really well done. The animation just gets better. Again, like when we seen with Clone Wars, the animation got better throughout the seasons. Looked a lot better throughout there. And this is like this is the highest of the animation it is now.
Yeah,
because
it was fun to dive back down into the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
you got a little insight of that because that's something fresh to us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up because we got a time frame to do.
Yes, we do.
So, yes, thank you for listening. This is not a Trekkie podcast. I'm Rick the Mike. That is Tenacious T. Follow us on all social media and Todd Squawk, whatever we want to give him. He has many names.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, and TikTok. All Mark the Mike. Also follow Red Cycle Inc. on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and WordPress of Red Cycle Inc. Follow Tenacious T.
Yeah, you follow me at the Real Todd Squawk on Instagram. You can also follow me on Twitter. I've actually been more active on Twitter recently. T Gunna Ilson, which is just another name of mine, where I've been diving down into losing in betting parlays. So if you got a winning parlay, send it my way, please. But as always, shouts out to Game On, retro video game store based out on Long Island. Unfortunately, I have the sad news of. It used to be 3 separate locations. Now it's 2. The Patchogue location is no longer there. Rightfully so. It was kind of more of a congested area, and I don't think that was the best fit for them. There's too many young kids, too much of a nightlife, and I don't think it drew in the crowds that.
Yeah, that was the one that got the windows broken.
It was just not a good look for them. He tried, but he still has the 2 locations. One in Miller Place, one in Smithtown. Also has still the 2 arcades, which are flourishing. One in Lake Grove, one in Riverhead. Go and check that out. Fun for all the family and friends. You know what I mean? Check out all of our other podcasts.
And do you have Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor for Tommy on Xbox One?
Email
or
it.
Xbox Series.
Send it to me. Please please check out our other casts.
Yes, we got the Morphin Cast, the Shell Shock. They are all monthly casts, and then we also got the Guess But I Swear and the weekly Guess But I Swear podcast and the Wrestling Battle podcast. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy your company, peace out, laters, and always remember,
Fuck Zordon.
Fuck Zordon because